NFF did not have any fights or quarrel or disagreement regarding who is going to be the next Nigerian Super Eagles head coach. This is what an NFF official has now said, and it's in response to the popular opinion going out, among Nigerians and all over social media and in the conventional media as well, that NFF actually has some kind of in-house disagreement when they met this week. Of course, because we actually expected them to announce the new head coach, but again, the rumor has it that why they did not name the new head coach as expected was because they had some sort of agreement, some kind of divided house as to who they want. Some are picking foreign coach, some are saying no, we have to stick with home-based coach. But this NFF official has now said that there's nothing like that actually existed, that it was all part of the plan. Their meeting this week, that there weren't any clear indication that they must announce the Nigerian Super Eagles head coach. As this NFF official, whose name isn't mentioned, is claiming that it was not compulsory for NFF to name the head coach this past Wednesday. Of course, they met twice, and in that two meetings, it was not very fruitful because they didn't name any coach, but it's defending NFF and saying that there wasn't anything like an in-house fight or in-house disagreement, that it was part of the plan, that if they didn't reach a resolution, that it was always going to be adjourned until next time. And the sports minister obviously has given them a deadline of 2 weeks, at most 1 week, at least, then tops 2 weeks. And he's saying that they're working within the fringes of this time frame to actually bring out the new head coach. And he admits that, yes, one of the the things that the media have said that is true is the fact that majority of this 8-person committee are obviously favoring foreign coach, as against local coach. But again, if you ask my opinion, I would think that the reason, or one of the biggest reasons why I think they didn't, decide on who's going to be Nigerian Super Eagles head coach, was the fact that since majority of them wanted a foreign coach, and they didn't have the money, or NFF don't have the money based on what we know, paying $50,000 a month or above. So I think because they don't have the means, that was why they left the room without actually appointing a coach, a foreign-based coach, because that's what most of them, want. But again, where the momentum is gathering right now is the fact that they might have to appoint a local-based coach, which is Amunike. Of course, it's just the only one, in that list. But also, the report is also that he might be assisted by Michael Nsang, the US-based Nigerian coach, and some are also saying Finidi might join the crew. But again, let's see how this happens in the coming hours. Definitely, I'm going to talk about it on this channel and then let you know as soon as anything interesting happens. And I don't think salary is going to be issue. Of course, in the last video, I talked about Samson Siasia obviously blasting NFF and saying that they don't pay salary the way the local coach's salary, the way they pay foreign coach. But again, I think if Amunike is being chosen, money may not necessarily be his problem, because he seems like someone that wants to reach out, give back to the community, give back to Nigeria, as someone who has seen it or done it all, and all he just wants is to actually help out, the country. So I don't think that money might be a problem, even if NFF wants to offer him £1 million, just like Siasia said. As I say, the NFF pay local coaches £1 million, and then they pay foreign coaches, in hundreds of thousands of dollars a month. But again, that may not be a problem for Amunike. He just wants the job. He wants to actually work, and then we'll see, what happens, how it unfolds in the coming hours. Then moving on, guys, let me let you know that Osimhen and Napoli endured a very, very disappointing outing yesterday in their league game, as Empoli handed them their 10th league defeat this season. And of course, it was very horrible because Empoli actually scored a very early goal in the 4th minute and then went on to defend that goal to the very last, preventing Napoli from scoring. any goal in the match. Osimhen obviously had a very important involvement for the game. Played 90 minutes, had two shots, but it was not good enough to get them a goal. And this continues, for Napoli. Obviously, they've not been doing really well this season. Of course, Osimhen, despite the ups and downs, has had like 13 league goals, which is obviously really a fantastic record, if you consider what he has been through. But all the best, all the same, sorry, he's going to get better. They're going to get better in subsequent games. But let me let you know that Wilfred Ndidi was obviously the star man for Leicester City's game yesterday. They actually played with West Brom, and Leicester City won that one 2-1. Ndidi was the man that actually opened the scoring for Leicester in the 26 minutes. He had some really, vital involvement for that game. Of course, helping Leicester City to that victory against West Brom. Now puts Leicester City at the top of the EFL Championship with 91 points, 2 points ahead of Ipswich Town, who's at 89. And of course, it's really nice to see, obviously, the fact that Super Eagles player Wilfred Ndidi was one of the men that actually inspired that one. Vardy also scored before West Brom replied one goal in the latter part of the game. But great performance for Ndidi. On a personal level, he did really well, played 90 minutes, had one goal, as I mentioned, and had two shots, had one yellow card, and as always, was rock solid in the midfield for Leicester City. Forward, guys, let me let you know that Nwabali was also in the limelight yesterday. He obviously had a very interesting input to his Chippa United side's victory over Super Sports United. Obviously, that game was a very tough match. Nwabali was instrumental for Chippa United again, keeping clean sheets in that one as a 1-2-0. He was later named man of the match for that game, which just caps off his performances for that game. And of course, he played 90 minutes. He had 7 saves for a goalkeeper, which is really massive in a single game. He had one yellow card for that game, and of course he had some really good ratings on SofaScore. He actually had up to like 8.7 stars ratings, and the man continues to prove his worth as a goalkeeper. He's continued to show us that he's not a fluke, he's not a mistake, he's not a one-man, he's not a one-time spotlight kind of guy. He did it in AFCON. He's continuing to do it with Chippa United, and obviously this is what we like to see. It's showing us that he's someone that can be relied upon whenever we call him. He's a really good goalkeeper. And the update, let me let you know that Liverpool are now considering Onyedika as a possible replacement for Wataru Endo. At the end of the season, they are looking at buying him from Club Brugge. Of course, Onyedika has been in some blistering performances. We have been talking about him, a lot recently with his goal scoring abilities, his defending, his midfield play, and everything. Right now, Liverpool scouts have now identified him as a possible option to replace Endo if he goes out. But again, Club Brugge are really strict on Onyedika. They know that he's a talented player. They want to keep him and sell him at a very high cost. Actually, AC Milan wanted to sign him last season for around £10 million, but the deal was rejected. This means if Liverpool wants to sign him, they have to bring a lot of money, and in order to force Club Brugge to actually sell him. And it's looking very likely that Onyedika may not continue with Club Brugge because he's showed his quality, and top clubs are beginning to come in for him to actually buy him so he can start playing. Top clubs in EPL are looking for him, also in German Bundesliga. But we hope that the best deal goes through for him and he continues his football in a much more better club where we can see him week in, week out as he performs. That's the video, guys. Thank you for watching. As always, appreciate all of you for stopping by to catch this one. And don't forget to like and share the video. Subscribe also if you've not done so. Take care of yourselves. God bless you till I catch you in my next video.